What's up, guys? This is D-Fresh Kicks here coming at you with something a little different today. We're gonna talk startup businesses. We're gonna talk about side hustles. We're gonna talk about what's it called? Sheesh, passive income, things of that nature, things that make you money and you don't, you have to put a lot of work into what I'm saying. At the point that I'm at, I have to put in a decent amount of work and research every day. That's just what it is. For the last, I would say 9 months, I had this idea. I wanted to buy and resell sneakers. So I had my collection. I've been collecting for 15, 16 years, since I was 11 years old. The Nike SB Golden Era, 2002, I started to, 2002, 2003, around that area, I started really caring about shoes. So it's probably closer to 20 years. Almost. But that's not the point. So I've been collecting my whole life. In the last year, with everything that's going on in this world, I wanted to, make some income because I had gotten laid off from my job because they didn't have enough influx of people coming in and, doing deals and I was one of the newer people there. So I had to go. So over the last 9 months, I have learned many, many lessons. I have learned them the hard way for the most part. The hard way. Just making bad choices. And I'm talking about trying to buy sneakers, selling my sneakers, which is the step that in the last month and a half, 2 months, that I had to take to actually, believe and know that I was taking it seriously. Now I know this might not make a lot of sense to people, but so for 9 months, I bought and I sold, I bought and I sold, and I wasn't getting anywhere because half the time I wanted to keep the shoe, and it just wasn't working. I had, not a crazy amount. I had 40 shoes. I recently downgraded to about 12. I got rid of a bunch of shoes, a couple bulk deals. I could have gotten more, but I needed that startup money to start taking this seriously, start going for retail only, start picking and choosing which shoes, you have to follow the market. You have to see what other colorways in that shoe I've done, and you start to get an instinct about it. So I would say about 6 to 8 weeks ago, I sold a bunch of my collection. Well, I did 10 clips a couple times, and I got money up, and I started grinding. I started doing research. I joined a good cook group, which is Plus One, ran by Jacob Stark, and that helped me a lot. That helped me a lot because it just, with their monitors and the restock monitors and the price predictions, the resale predictions, you could do tickets and talk to them and ask questions. And I'm about to, within the month, I'm gonna start to rent a couple things that help you get shoes quicker, BOT. I'm gonna rent a couple of those, probably pick one, rent for the month of April, and just start to learn. Because right now, since I'm under my goal is like, I'm doing it in steps. First it was, $2,000. Now it's 5, and then it's gonna be 10. But to get to that, every week I try to get, off of these, because we have a lot of sneakers that drop and clothing that drops every week. 5, 10 different things. You gotta get a knack of what shoes you can get and resell within that week. Like, I try to do that now. That's what's been working for me, to build up capital. And I know if you hold, you'll make more money, but I'm saying if you don't have 5-10 grand, you should be just going, you should be going for shoes. My low mark is I try not to make any less than $50. What I try to do is stay around 70 to 80 is like my sweet spot. That's like where I'm happy. But in the last 2-3 weeks, I've done exceptionally well. I've hit on a lot of retail pairs. Well, not a lot. 4. I hit on 4 retail pairs in the last 10 days. Sold them all within that week. Except for the one pair. One pair was an older release that wasn't retail that I bought, that I got $45 profitable. That's whatever it was. The other 3 pairs, one pair I made 100. I made 110. One pair was 90. One pair was like 75. And then there was some Supreme stuff. And I'm sorry if I'm talking low. It's just, I have like a raspy voice going on. But that's my point. I picked with shoes that I knew that I would at least be able to make $50 or $60 off of immediately. Obviously you have to go through and this is the best way. StockX and Go, that's emergencies. If you need to sell them right away. I go on my Instagram, which I'm building up, OfferUp, eBay, things like that, and I post it on all that. And I get offers, and you have to know what you want out of that shoe, and if you need to get it done that day, and it's $20 less than what you wanted. Say you bought like a month ago, I decided to buy the Cool Grey 3s, and I like instantly regretted it because the prices were crashing. So you know what I did? Instead of returning the shoe, is I went and I did a local meetup and made like $40, which isn't optimal, but still, it's better than returning it and getting your money back. My goal right now is, each week try to get a shoe, maybe 2 for retail that have some sort of hype to it. And I hate to put it like that, but that's what people want. That's why the prices are, $50 to $100 over the retail price off the rip immediately, And if you can get the shoe the day of the release, you're even better, because that's when people panic buy. So like this week, I got a pair of Yeezy 350 V2 Ash Pearls from DSG in my town at my mall. I had sold the shoe the day after I had gotten my wristband. So, that's just what it is. But if I hadn't, people panic buy the first day or 2 or 3 after that release. They're angry, they're upset, they didn't get their shoe. They'll pay. So if you can get them instantly and you don't have to wait for shipping, you're even more golden. But my suggestion would be, if you have a small amount of money, you have 150 of two. If you can get like $250, $300 up, so you can get a shoe, maybe two, to like resell, that's how you can start. And every time you make that profit, you have to learn this. I learned this the hard way. Buying shoes myself, doing crazy stuff. Keep putting that right back into what you're doing. Like, just this week, I made 6 sales. 4 of those items I bought in the last week or so. So it's just constant quick flipping with, I'd say, decent margin. I shoot for about 50% profit margin. Doesn't always happen. Sometimes it's, 40, but I shoot for a solid 50. Because right now, I've done, like, over the last year, I've learned so much the hard way. I've lost money. I have regrets. But at the end of the day, you'll hear a lot of people say it just makes you more knowledgeable. It's a learning lesson. And those mistakes that I've made, I haven't made twice. And that's just basically, that's my spiel. Like, don't think of, something bad happening, you losing out on money. Like, it's all happened to me. I've learned. I got robbed, like, person to person. I got robbed when I first started. I've gotten scammed on, online. I've done bad trades because I didn't do good research. And that's where StockX comes in for me. I look at StockX and I look at all the sales and I look at that graph. That's what I use StockX for, because it is a good guide on what people are paying, what they're bidding, all that stuff helps. And then once you do that, I'm gonna end this out, but this is over the last couple weeks. This is what I did. This is over the last basically week. I made this up, and it is hold on. I do. No, I list, item, sneaker, list out how much you paid for it, list how much the price you sold it for, then, you subtract your profit, you get the profit in there, and, money in, just like, you're gonna have to create your own separate page for, your finances and all that. Basically, once you start making sales like this, you want to keep good track of what you're spending, to what you're getting back, and to go full throttle. But go full throttle. Don't be compulsive. Do a lot of research. I'm trying to tell you guys this. You can use this with other businesses, other things. This is what I'm doing. I'm getting close. I'm gonna get an online program for this, because April's a big month. I am getting a BOT. You wanna know something? I expect that I'm gonna lose some money on it. But you wanna know something? I'm gonna learn. Learning, I don't care. I'll spend $200, $300, $400 this month just to get an idea of what the people that take stock every week, the people that get 10 clips of shoes that I can't touch. I want to learn that. And I have a couple like mentors that are willing to help me. You have to make connections. It's who you know, too. It's a lot about who you know. But this is how you balance out this little thing I made. This is how you balance out the money you paid, the money you made, and it's just a good start. And then you make a little checkbook type deal where you keep exact money amount, like listed dates, all that, and eventually get a business account, an LLC. I'm not there yet. I'm getting closer. It took me nearly a year to understand. I sold shoes that I loved. It hurts so bad to sell, but at the end of the day, if I wanted to do what I've always wanted to do, I had to let go. In order to expand, I had to let go, because I was spinning my wheels. Yeah, I had 30, 40 shoes, but they were just sitting there. They weren't making me money. I didn't even want to wear them because they were just perfect. It doesn't make sense. So you have to make sacrifices. If you want to do a real business, you have to make sacrifices. Without your 100% attention, you have to put your all into it. You have to research 24/7. Be on YouTube. Look everything up. See what other people are doing, how they're doing it. It's all over the internet. You have to be able to any money that you make that you don't have to spend on a bill or something, put it right back into the business. Because you want to get to a point where you're not comfortable, but you're able to do so much more. If you have $500 and the guy next to you has $5,000, there's a big difference. You know what I mean? Because once you start getting up 5-10 grand, you can start getting shoes that in 3, 4, 5, 6 months will go up, and you can hold them and throw them in the back because you have that extra money to keep buying. But everyone learns at their own pace. It's all circumstantial. I was just telling you, my circumstance is I got rid of a bunch of shoes, and I just started. I've been trying, whatever. I'm on to my next step, which is gonna be attempting botting, and that should be fun. I'm gonna make a series about it, but this is a long video. I'm sorry. I'm sure no one's gonna listen, but this is important if you really want to really resell shoes, not be a little Timmy, not undercut people. If you want to do this correctly, this is fact opinion based because I went through it, and I'm telling you, there's nothing that's missing out of whatever. I'm giving you the facts of what happened in my attempts in making a business, and they weren't even really good attempts. Now I'm 100% in, and I do this little YouTube thing too when I can. But believe me, I'm filling out every raffle that there possibly is. I'm going to every website. I'm waking up at 6 a.m. for these releases. I'm going to stores. You need to meet people that work in stores, Foot Lockers and things like that. If you can make friends with people, like I said, it's about who you know. Do everything and anything you can to succeed, because there's nothing that you can't do. The only way that you can't do something is if you tell yourself you can't do it and you don't try. And I've been trying for almost a year. There's been plenty of times where I was I'm gonna give up. I can't do this. I'm not doing anything. It took me to realize that I had to let go and not hit, be a little more callous towards the shoe. Make it's money. It's not, eventually I'll get all my shoes back. But for now, it went into something that I'm trying to grow. And no matter how long it takes, I'm not giving up. And you, if you're watching, which you're probably not, this is a ridiculously long video, but it's a real life business video. I'm not gonna cut all this stuff out. Everything that I just said is honest, truthfully, things that happen to me, what I'm doing now, how I'm trying to combat, and just come out winning. And you're not going to come out winning. Ask any of the greatest people of all time. They'll tell you it's not the successes, it's the failures that got them to where they were. And I'm going to leave it at that. This is the Fresh Kicks business hour. Maybe I'll do this once a month if I get any views on this. But thank you, stay blessed, and have a really nice Tuesday evening. Alright.